Hey, it's been a long time. Time for another video. I have been going through a whole lot of changes this past couple of months. Just kind of getting settled. Long story short, I no longer live in Orlando. It was my choice. I wanted to be closer to family, so I have moved 13 and a half hours across the country back to Arkansas to be with my family. And yeah, it's been a lot of moving, unpacking, and everything else. So as far as diamonds, drinks, and distractions, I'm pretty sure the distraction part of this is the fact that I've not stopped going pretty much, I feel like, since middle of November. But here we are. I'm finally, finally getting things kind of set up back to normal again. I have got a new job. It is pretty good. I like it. It's very physical, so it's like a pay to go to the gym. So it's kind of nice. Of course, with the holidays, I've gained weight, so not so great, but you know, here we are. Hopefully this new job will help me to lose that weight again. But in the meantime, I can't show you my current picture because it's a mystery picture and I'm on the last section of it. For my training, I had to go to another city a few hours away, and so I stayed at a hotel, and of course, I brought my kit with me, and I'm sure the hotel staff kind of stared when I brought a giant long box into the hotel with my giant box of my diamonds. So you know, it is what it is. You know, do what you love. So I don't want to show you this one just because it is the mystery landscape number 19 from Diamond Art Club. It's my first mystery picture. It is very big. It is 98 centimeters by 70 centimeters. I can't math that. I think it's like 38.6 by 27.6. I think that's what their dimensions are on those pictures. I've done a bunch of them, but that sounds right. No, I didn't do that math in my head. I cheated. That's what the previous ones have been. I'm not that smart, y'all. So anyway, don't want to show you this one, but I will show you the ones that I did when I first got here. I have worked on a couple big ones lately for my grandma and for some other family members, and so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a break. I did some small ones, and then I whipped out this giant landscape from Image World, which is really, really, really pretty. Like, I really think this might be my favorite canvas I've worked on so far. I know I say that for every picture, I feel like, but this one has been really fun. Lots of good color blocking for the sky and lots of good confetti in the bottom part. I will not reveal what the bottom part is, but if you've done landscapes from Diamond Art Club, you probably know what that is. So we love a good 934 and 935 color, don't we? But I will show you the two I've worked on here in a second, but for our drink today, I have been in love with these little drinks from Walmart. They're probably not really good for you, but they taste good. It only has 10 calories for the whole thing, and it's Fuji apple. If you like apples, this tastes just like an apple soda. That's what my dad said, and so he tried it. It tastes like an apple soda. Again, 70 cents, no calories, no carbs, pretty much not anything. 10 calories if you drink the whole bottle, but you know, probably not great for you. There's like aspartame and all kinds of things in it, but it tastes really good, and it's 70 cents a bottle, so it's nice. As far as distraction, like I said, I've been moving, so I mean, I had to unpack everything. I've tried to downsize. I pretty much had all my furniture in the middle of a 3-bedroom condo, and now I'm living with a family member. Sorry, that was really fast. I'm living with a family member, and so it's already furnished. So I'm like, oh, I don't need a bed anymore. I don't need my dresser anymore. I don't need all these things, my couch. So they're all kind of just chilling in my grandmother's garage for now. But, you know, that's what's been the adjustment right now, has been the distraction. I have seen a lot of movies lately. You know, movies are my thing. I, unfortunately, moving away from Orlando, I don't have as many options as I do here because it's a little bit more rural. We have some theaters that are nearby. They all get the same movies. But I will say probably the best movie that I've seen lately, and the movie that stayed with me a long time after I saw it, was The Fabelmans. I really didn't know what to expect going into it. I love Michelle Williams, and I also love Michelle Yeoh from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I'm kind of glad Michelle won the Golden Globe, like, down on the down low. Like, Michelle Williams did great, but I feel like it was more of a supporting role for her, but she got nominated for the acting, like, the main actress role. That's my 2 cents. But that movie was fantastic. She is definitely on her A game. Steven Spielberg, again, is still on his A game. It's like an autobiographical fiction story of his life. the guy who played the kid in the movie, Gabriel LaBelle, holy cow, never heard of this kid. But he just blew me away. He was able to convey like all these emotions, and just, you know, it really, it was a 2.5 hour movie. But it really just, it didn't feel that long, and it really had a lot of great quotes. One of my favorites is when the mother says to the son, guilt is just a wasted emotion. I love that. It's really cool. And there's a part towards the end where, I'm not going to ruin anything, obviously, but it really just, the kid is growing up, and he says, you know, I feel like my life's just passing by and I'm standing still, or something along those lines. And I was like, wow, that's really applicable right now. I feel like my life is flying by too, and I'm just standing still right now. But you know, it was really a really great movie. And it really, when I got done with it, it really just made me want to go create. I have this problem where I have all these really great, cool ideas. And I'm like, oh, I should do this. This is going to be awesome. It's going to be so good. And then I go to do it, and I can't execute it to save my life. Yeah, so I was like, oh, I should write this screenplay for this thing. This should be great. So I did that a few years ago, and it was great. And then I found out that the people who did, what is it, Parks and Rec, I think, were going to do the same thing. So I was like, toss that. I had an idea for some other things, and like a sitcom, and all like other things, like just a bunch, and I just kind of gave up on it. And especially when I got my dog, he kind of took a lot of my time up. And then I would discover diamond painting, that took a lot of my time too. But I really decided to, you know what, I really had this thought a while back of doing a book that was kind of autobiographical, but also fiction, similar to The Fabelmans, which is, again, Spielberg said it's like an autobiographical story, but it's fiction. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to do this, just to write it. So it really inspired me to start to write again. I have written a prologue and a chapter 1. It's fun. If it doesn't go anywhere, great. If I can get it published someday, I'd love that. Ideally, I'd love to see it on screen. The story kind of reminds me of Perks of Being a Wallflower a little bit, which is another one of my favorite movies that I'm sure I'll talk about sometime on this channel. But Goes to the Fabelmans. It was really, really good. But again, just Michelle Williams, she crushed it. Paul Dano. 2022 has been the return of Paul Dano from like Riddler when he was in the Batman. In this movie, he's the dad. I feel old because when Little Miss Sunshine came out, when I first heard of him, he was the brother, and now he's the dad, and I'm like, oh, he's like my age a little bit, as I'm getting old, so it's kind of rough. But he did really great. And then he was also in, oh gosh, someone help me. I can't remember what else he was in. Was it a Marvel movie? No, I don't know. He was in some other movie this year that was really great. I can't remember it. I'm sorry. But yeah, The Fabelmans. Spielberg is still on his A game. He's still got what it takes, and it's really, really good. So I will definitely, as you know, if I love a movie, I will own a DVD copy. I am old school still. I love to have just a copy of a movie if I want to see it, without having to pay to rent it or pay to buy it on a streaming service. So here we are. But with that, let's go take a trip to the room next door, and I will show you the other 2 pictures that I have done. So let's go. I'm not good at editing, so I apologize. But I first worked on this picture, Sanctuary by Chuck Pinson. It was a round, and it went really fast. It is 27 by 20 inches. The reds in this are really, really cool. I really liked it. For a Pinson, it didn't have a whole lot of confetti, which was surprising, because if you've done a Pinson before, you know there's a ton of confetti. And then the other picture I did, as you can kind of see here, is Somewhere by Deborah Malcolm. She's one of my favorite artists from Diamond Art Club. And this had so many bright colors in it. The blues were just really, really incredible. They really popped. It's a smaller picture. It's 17 by 22 inches. Again, it feels like this one's a little bit bigger. I don't know. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I can't read the numbers right. Hello. But this is just a small little snack size painting. I did this one in probably like 4 days. So really liked this one. Really liked this one too. I will say that with the smaller pictures, you miss out on some of the details. Like, I guess these are deer, I think they're deer. But from further back, it's like, oh yeah, look at the animals. But from a little bit closer up, it's like, oh, there's a big blob of brown with an eyeball. So I don't know what that is. But anyway, those are the ones I've done recently. And again, I can't show you the current one I'm doing because it's a mystery. As you can see, Evening Stroll. My aunt loved this one so much that she got it put in her house. So she kind of wants this one I'm doing from the mystery picture as well, but we'll see. I've got another aunt who wants it too, so I don't know. But anyway, it's been a long video, but I hope this kind of fills you in on why I've not been posting recently. Hopefully I can get to do it more often and more frequently. I apologize for my looks right now. I am coming off of a 12-hour day, and I've been up since 5. I'm exhausted, but here we are. I know I've not posted in like 2 months, so I wanted to get something out there. So anyway, you guys have a great day, and hopefully after I finish this mystery, I can show you what I'm going to work on next, unless it's another mystery, and then I won't show you again. Have a good night.